Hello. Finally getting around to doing a video for my cancer journey. Kids been trying to get me to do it early. Um, I don't know where I was mentally, but hey, I'm here now because I feel like something y'all folks need to know. If you don't know, I'm about to let you know some things um, about the colon cancer journey. So, um, start y'all off with a little history first. First time going to get my scanning and everything, uh, July 2024, and never talked to my family about the history of cancer that rose deep in my family and everything in different variations, not just colon cancer, just cancer period. On my father's side, mother's side got high blood pressure, yada yada yada. Let's fast forward. I go in on July 2024 for my first routine colonoscopy. Uh, uh, Another public service announcement. If you're black, between 40 and 45, black males, between 40 and 45, whether you got a history or not, go get screened. Can't speak for Asian people, can't speak for Indian people, can't speak for white people for what your age should be. That's on you and your physicians or whatnot, or your history, or whatever. But for black men, hey, it's getting worse, and it's getting worse early. So now I got that out of the way. That's my PSA for that whole process. And let me also say this. Y'all seeing these different commercials on, oh, it's easy. Let me just, shit in this cup and everything. And once I shit in this cup, they can be able to detect this or detect that through shitting in the cup, and then send it over to a lab or something like that. And they tell you, explain something to you. That's a money grab. If you haven't been screened, go get the colonoscopy, because simple fact is, if they do find something when they send it off to that lab, and they do find something in there, you still got to go do it. You still got to go in. They ain't got no cameras. They ain't got no scope that they can go in there and see those, different angles and everything in there. You just giving them a sample and sending it off and letting them guess. Guessing might cost you your life. All right. All right. Back to July 2024. So I go in July 2024. Just turned 45 in June of 2024. So I thought, hey, I ain't heard nothing, ain't nobody said nothing. My wife just came out with her. She came out cool and everything. She made sure, she was like, hey, it's your time. You need to go on in there. I was just like everybody else. Hey, I ain't got no symptoms. I ain't got nothing else going on. So I ain't going. She looked at me, hey, your ass going in. And she put me down. And they was like, all right, we got you. July, that's as soon as we can get you in. Go in for the screening. Get in. Same doctor that she had and everything. So we go in and come out. We came out. My doctor had tears in her eyes, and her hands was kind of shaking. She looked kind of nervous in my wife's eyes. This is me giving you what my wife saw. I was still out of it, kind of like, because you gotta get put to sleep when you go get the colonoscopy done. So she comes out, and she's breaking it down to my wife. Hey, we seen a couple things. We seen a couple little ones that we were able to zap. When I say little ones, it's little tumors that pop up inside. They let like little knots or whatever. They call them polyps. Little knots look like pimples or whatnot, but they look little to us, but they could be bigger inside. So they got a little camera that has a little laser on there, and they can zap them or whatnot like that. They came around the corner with the camera, and they came to the right hand side of my large intestines, which is your colon. A lot of people don't even know that. So 22 feet, motherfucker, long too, but it's in there, wrapped up in there. So I'm like, anyway, make a long story longer. We get in there, and they say they see a mass. The mass was, I think it was 4.5 centimeters, something like that. I don't have the exact numbers right here in front of me, but they found a mass. They seen a mass. They said, hey, we don't know, but we took a little biopsy out of it, and we're going to go get it ran, and we'll let you know. They called back a couple days later and said it's a tumor. Not only is it a tumor, it's cancerous. So we got to snatch it out. And I'm like, all right, cool. How long I got? Because I wasn't ready to go back in. They was like, we need to take that out right now. I was like, okay, cool. Let's do this. So then came the different probabilities. They tell you, hey, take it out. We could take a portion. We could take the whole thing. It's up to you. And me having so much pride, say, man, God gave me all these organs and everything. I want to lead the same way I can, So I said, y'all can take partial. So then they broke down the numbers to me. They said, hey, if we take this one side, when it comes back, they didn't say the probability of it coming back, yada, yada, yada. They was just like, when it comes back. It wasn't even an if. It said, when it comes back. Say it comes back 10 years from now, you got a 22% chance. And the chances got slimmer and slimmer. Let me take that back. They said I got a 40% chance. 20 years from now, they was like, you got a 20% chance. And this is just, think about it now, this is 4.5 centimeters, you would think. But they had to break it down to me on that. They said when it comes back, those are your chances of living through that. It's not likely. So I listened to him and everything, and I still had that pride on me because I didn't want to lose no organ. And I ain't gonna lie, I was scared of the motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a scary feeling to even find out that you got anything. So when they did say that, they said, hey, those are your chances. So I consulted with everybody. I mean, pastor, wife, family, everybody. I think the hardest part about that process of even realizing that you do have something is I did not have one symptom. If I did, it could have been constipation once or twice, but I ate crazy. No, not really crazy. I ate standard diet, whatnot. But I probably, messing with milk or anything you might, think milk, red meat, the usual. But it's not the case. I had no symptoms, no real symptoms. This is a routine check. They told me that tumor had been in my body over 10 years, chilling on my walls, in my colon, over 10 years. It's just been building up, and I felt nothing. That's a tough pill to swallow, to hear, because you're just like, damn. I've been sick a long time and didn't even know it. So the preparation. First thing, telling your family. Hello. Telling my kids. Watching them break down. All they want to know is, am I going to die? The hardest thing to tell any kids. Your wife, she's there, she's trying to be strong, but telling them what's going on with the strongest person in their life. And I got to tell them, and they got to be stronger than me, because I can't hold it together. Uh, and again, going back to what I was saying, I talked to everybody, I talked to a lot of people on what would they do, but I never talked to God. God sent certain people to tell me what I could do, what my options were. One thing I learned out of life, and this is key. Everybody has advice, but it's only the ones that it's only the ones that matter, that you can tell when it comes from God, because it's just like the consistency, and it'll be that one voice that you hear that ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. Is the doctor who actually did the surgery. That person did not know me from a can of paint. He looked me eye to eye and he told me what I needed to hear, not what I wanted to hear from everybody else. Even my pastor, even my wife, even my other family members and whatnot. That's what you need in your life. You need somebody to be honest with you and tell you, hey, shit look good, shit look bad, but it's still shit. You gotta deal with it. So, I go in for my surgery to do the removal in August, like mid-August. My surgery supposed to took 4 hours, 5 hours, something like that. I was down for 9 hours. I was dead for 9 hours. They had to take my whole colon. They couldn't take partial because I told them, I said, nah, I want to live. I want to be here for my family. So I told them, take it off. They couldn't get my blood pressure right. It was sky high. Even when I was out of it, still sky high. So until they got my blood pressure down, they couldn't take me out that room, send me to my family for the healing process. To know that you're down for 9 hours for a scheduled routine 5-hour surgery that's scary in itself. But I got through that. I should break this down in a series, but I ain't gonna waste time. I ain't no YouTuber. I don't know how to do all that shit. I ain't got time for it. I'm just telling y'all what y'all need to hear. Because the way this world going right now, man, and women, you can blame it on the food, you can blame it on the diet, you can blame it on hereditary, you can say all these different things, but at the end of the day, they have this thing they call screening process. Routine screenings. Routine. You need to routinely go in and get checked. Not just your little annual blood work and all this stuff here and go see a physician. That's cool. But everything else that's applicable to your everyday living, women, y'all go get y'all breast examined, y'all go get y'all stuff examined, men, do the same. Prostate, colon, colonoscopies, go get that shit done. Go get it checked, go get it screened, go get it. The worst feeling is to find out. And then they find out. It's the worst feeling. The good side is to be able to have an option versus a time limit. I don't know who need to hear this shit, but it's on my heart. Do this little video. So let's keep going. Recovery process. So they put me 15th floor Downtown Baylor. I'm living in Texas, the Dallas, Texas area. So downtown Dallas, Baylor. I'm upstairs, 15th floor, recovering. I can't leave a room. I can't leave a hospital until I produce a turd. Hey, that's something. So I get up there. They doing all these different, running these tests and everything. Shit, I skipped some stuff. Let's go back to them bringing me out. When they brought me out to my family from that 9-hour ordeal, I really thought it was like 30 minutes because you don't know. I went in, it was bright and everything. I came out, and my family was the last ones in the waiting room. That's how long I was in there. It was, 10, 11 o'clock that night. They wheeled me out. We go upstairs. I immediately start throwing up all the shit that they put in my, to put me to sleep and all that stuff. I immediately start throwing that up, start throwing up my bowels, everything. And it just kept going and kept going. And they had me on like little beverage stuff in the beginning. And then they started to move me on to like sauces, like applesauce or whatnot like that. The hardest thing is having to get up and walk. When they remove your colon, they remove the organ. So the rest of your organs inside of your body has to shift and try to figure it out because they're missing something. Not something small, something huge. Missing something. So that process in itself, learning to walk, having the strength to get up and walk, it's tough. I had to walk around that floor, that whole floor, 17th, 15th floor. I had to walk around and walk around and walk around it. At least twice a day, if I could, 3 times a day. It was just me, the little IV thing, and the support of my brother, support of my wife. God bless her. If it wasn't for her and God, man, I can't keep choking up. Look, I had to walk around that floor. I had family members came in, her sisters, my mom, and my brother. They were there. My sister-in-law, they came in, they were there. Co-workers for my job, they were there. They were there. We walked that floor. I got up enough energy. And then came the production. It happened. Eureka. They started feeding me solids. I had 3 square solid meals in one day. My last meal was lasagna, broccoli, and a thing of sweet tea and a little apple juice on the side too, because I didn't really like the sweet tea. It sucked. After I ate all that, they was just like, look, you held down 3 solids. Your ass got to go. I was like, man, I want to stay because I'm scared. I'm scared of going on. I was scared. I was terrified. They was like, nah, you got to get up out of here, partner. You good. You going to be all right. You good. They wheeled me out that night at 7 o'clock. I felt like I had got kicked out of an apartment or something. I was pissed off. I was pissed off because they could have waited till the next day. It wouldn't have hurt them. But they got me out of there. Funny story, I get down to the lobby. The car getting ready to pull up. I see this little slim dude sitting on the bench down there. And my wife was like, man, there's a bunch of people down here around this guy all day. Do you know him? I said, all right, let me see his face. Man, we swung around. Get out of my wife's car. Who is Jerry Rice? Jerry Rice, the best wide receiver who ever played the game. Jerry Rice, sitting on the bench, just chilling. Just had a grandbaby. He was just out there just taking it all in. Yeah, did all his autographs and pictures and everything like that. Took one with me. Spoke a little bit. Gave him his props, whatnot like that. Then the real journey continued on the way home. Very bumpy. Very. Make it to the house. You get the comfort of survival. You're gonna be all right. This is the part that nobody talk about. Nobody talks about the chemo. Oh yeah, I had to endure chemo. Chemo came right after they removed it. Because now they got to make sure everything else is out of me. And if it is any kind of little symptoms or whatnot, or not symptoms, but any kind of traveling that the cells did, they got to make sure they're out of you. They can't say you cured. Because they say you cured, and then it comes back. It's a different story. So they can say they treat you for it. When they took the colon out of me, then they were able to be able to stage it. And they told me I had stage 3, 3B. The reason why I went to 3B is because, so what happens inside of the colon is, inside the stomach, all that stuff, what you eat and all that, you got these little fibers in there that try to eat up certain bacteria or whatever, and that's what keeps them going. And then they're just chomping. What they don't tell you is if you ain't got the right food, the right fibers for them to eat off of in there, then they start eating off the lining of your walls and your colon. So they start chomping. Every wall, I try to break it down in layman terms. If he's sitting right here, here's a wall, and he's right here on this wall like that, you can call it stage 1 if you want to. They're able to zap him, boop, get him out. He's gone. You might see a marking inside of there. He chomp a little bit more because you got walls. Walls, not just one solid wall, but you got walls that they got layers that they got to get to before they get out. They start chomping at this one. They start chomping a little bit more. So now he's in here. So if you hit him, he's still chilling. He's just like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. I'm still eating. So he made it through that layer. But he's still inside. So I still got a barrier still. I still got a couple more layers for them to eat through. Stage 2. He's eating. Now my walls, my layers are getting thinner. It's 3A. He ate through the walls. Here are my lymph nodes on this side right here. You got 43 lymph nodes around that area, if I'm not mistaken. Once he ate through this wall, he touched one of the legs of my lymph node. Lymph nodes, you can look at them like bugs over here on this side with legs, or you think, however you want to describe a lymph node, sitting over here, but they have attachments. It ate through the walls, touched the lymph node. That's why they had to take the colon and my lymph nodes around it. Because had they just took my colon walls, it's already in my lymph node. All they got to do is tag another lymph node, tag another lymph node, tag another lymph node, all the way till they get to another organ. And guess what he's going to do? Start back over. Now your colon gone, and then it could have hit your liver. After that, it's a done deal. However, it didn't, because they caught it in time. we got that out the way. We got that whole process out the way. Then came the chemo. Stay with me now. Don't go nowhere yet. Stay with me. I know y'all like, damn, this long video. This boy dragging this thing out. Stay with me. Chemo. So nobody talk about. Nobody. They all talk about, oh, I had cancer, I had cancer, I had cancer. Chemo is a motherfucker. That's how they do. They tell you, hey, you about to go through chemo. They tell you how many rounds you're going to go. They're going to tell you how long it's going to last. And they give you pills. This is for me. I can't speak for everybody else. And what all they gave them, this is for me. I had to take 3 pills in the morning, 3 pills at night with food. I suggest you find you something that you can eat that you don't have to think about. I know you're saying, I can't think about food and all stuff right here. Me, my choice was grits. I took some grits because once I prepare how I want to, I ain't got to think about it. I'm just shoving it down. The reason why you need that on you, because if you don't have no food on you, every time you take those pills, they're going to go down and they coming right back up. Poof, along with anything else inside of you. It's going to come right back up. And if you ain't got nothing in your stomach, that dry heaving, it gets old real fast. It becomes painful. Find you something you can eat. You don't have to think about it. Even when you're not hungry, you still got to eat. Take that medicine. If you don't, you ain't going to make it. You ain't going to last. A lot of people give up. It's a mental thing. Yeah, it is. So then they got to run the IVs through you because they got to put the chemo treatment solution in you. Man, let me tell y'all. When I tell y'all it wasn't the cancer in the beginning, it was, look. So just to start, they have to put what they call a port in you. You can get the port put in different areas, but they want to put it in the area where it hits your bloodstream and it works like that. You can put it in your arm. It may get to your bloodstream faster, but they're going to have to find a good vein. And if that vein closes, they're going to have to dig some more. So they had to put this thing they call a port in you. My port was about the size of it was between a quarter and a 50-cent piece. Right in here, a little line. They had to slice my skin probably about an inch and a half. And they take that little quarter, and the quarter got 2 lines connected to it. And the lines are like veins. They split your skin open, and they don't put you to sleep for this. FYI. They split your skin open. They stuff it down in you that way, and they push it down. They press to make sure it's inside up under your skin like that. They take that cord, that other cord, and they run that cord all the way up to your jugular, right in there. They splice it. Connects right here. So when they do run the do it fluid, that's what we're going to call it. It comes down, it hits inside, and then it flows down, covers all. When I went in for my first treatment, I was already taking the pills. You go 1 week on with the pills, 1 week off with the pills, 1 week on with the pills, 1 week off with the pills. You start seeing different things happening to your body. Your fingertips start turning black. The soles of your feet turn crusty and hard. And then they start peeling. I peel layers of my whole, like a scab, the bottom of my feet. I could pull it off. They give you stuff you could rub on it, put on like that, but it still doesn't stop it. It does interesting things to your body. Case in point, this used to be black. See how gray it is now? When I tell you chemo. So I go in, they tell you, hey, let's go upstairs, run some blood work, make sure you're good. So they got to make sure your heart and everything can take it. They got to make sure your blood is right so it can take it. Now it's a fight for your body to rejuvenate itself. Those IV bags they give you, they can't say it, so I'm going to say it. Man, ain't nothing but poison in that stuff, man. It ain't nothing but poison in that stuff. And all that stuff does is supposed to get in your body, and it's supposed to kill cells. But it's killing good cells and bad cells at the same time. And your body got to fight it off. Your body got to fight it off. Y'all don't know what that feels like. Man, look. I get in there. And I go run a little blood test. And they do a little kg and all that stuff right there. Make sure my heart right. I go inside. It's like a bullpen. About 100 people in there. Some of them high-fiving each other. Some of them, they regulars. It's my first time coming in there. You talking about sad? I wasn't the youngest thing in there. Wasn't the oldest. Wasn't the youngest thing in there, man. It's a sad sight to see. Men and women, boys and girls. It's a sad sight to see, you know. It's just, when I say boys, I'm not talking about like little babies, little kids like that. I'm talking about like 18-year-olds, 21-year-olds, little boys, man. You know, you come in there, you see all these people, and they are full of life before. So we all smiling, we all laughing, we all joking. When you see those people come out of the treatment, man, from the IV treatment, man, it's like it take their soul, man. I'm talking about it look like it takes their soul. You go in smiling, you come out looking like a damn zombie. Depending on how many bags you got, thank God I only had one bag. One bag, and it was still an hour. That hour felt like eternity. You go in, you sit down in this bullpen, you wait for your name to be called to go into another room. They call your name, you go inside these doors, you go into this other room. Don't let them nail shops y'all go to. They got chairs like that. You sit in to try to make you comfortable for what's about to happen. That little port that I was talking about, I had a little cute little sweater yarn zip right here so you can get right to it. Yada, yada, yada. So you get in there, they take the little thing down, man. They open it up. Well, they tap it because it looks like a quarter sticking out your skin. It's up under your skin, but it makes your skin kind of sticks out like this. They find the center part of that little thing. They take a needle, poop, and they poke a hole in it. And then they run saline through it first because it's already clogged up here at the top. Because your blood gonna clog it at the end right here. They run that saline in there to clean that line out. You taste that shit. Not a good taste at all. All right. You run that saline through you a little bit. And then you go inside. They got these big comfortable chairs for you. And then the people who come with you, or the person who comes with you, because somebody got to come with you. You can't go in there by yourself. And you sitting in these chairs, man, and the people sitting beside you in chairs, trying to get you to get comfortable. You talk about sad. You talking about looking at life differently. Valuing the stuff you've been through and what you're going through, and thanking God that this is all you had to go through. This is all you had to endure. I had one bag. I'm over 200 pounds. That shit broke me down like a bitch. I came out of looking like a zombie. There was a girl across from me. She had just found out she had breast cancer. She didn't say what stage she was on. She had 3 bags. I caught her before they start running the chemo treatment through it. That's all I'm gonna call it, chemo treatment. I'm not gonna tell you what's in the bag. I don't know exact terms in the bag. I'm not gonna tell you y'all because everybody's bag is different, depending on what kind you got. I had 1 bag, she had 3. Halfway into a paragraph, her words started to slur. 1 bag down, I don't even know who I'm sitting beside no more. It's sad. But that's how far along she was in her treatment that I don't even know if she made it. I don't know. Some people I seen the next time I came back, and mine was only like once a month for 6 months. Some of these people were coming in twice. Some of these people coming weekly. Some people coming twice a week. That's how bad it is. Some of this stuff could have been prevented. Who knows? Everybody live different. Everybody got different lifestyles. Stuff like that. Hereditary, whatever you want to call it. But when I tell you, sitting beside that girl, it was so sad. I thank God that I didn't have to endure what she was enduring. But going in there, and you sitting in there that one time, and you sitting around, you laughing and joking with people a little bit. A third of the way through it, you start to really feel it. Your body is no longer the same. Halfway through it, it gets worse. You get weaker. It don't hurt like no punch or no kick or no stabbing or no shooting and all that stuff right here. You know, it's just, it's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. You just start feeling your body start to get weak in a way that you never could. And it's a sore week too. It's draining. You feel like you've lost a day. You've lost a week in 1 hour. That's the way your body feels. You feel older. You feel like that stuff is no joke. That's what they don't tell you about. Nobody, you don't see people talking about chemotherapy, nah. But that was the session. Let's get home to the food. Oh, let's go back to the session. They unplug the things from you and everything, and they talking to you. You don't know who you talking to, man. You looking at them like, who are you? What are you? Side effects. When you eat anything or drink anything, if it's a certain temperature, it feel like sandpaper on your tongue all the way to the back of your throat. It feel like something trying to cut your tongue. Anything you eat or drink, I almost feel like razor blades. That's why I tell you can't drink nothing cold off the rip. You're sensitive to all that. Your fingertips, when you see people with gloves on, your fingers are sensitive to touch on anything cold. Anything cold. I grabbed the handles on my refrigerator door, and it felt like somebody was sticking needles in my fingers. And it's not like a quick sting like that. It's a throbbing feel. Go through, but it feels like needles in your fingers, pricking your fingers. I grabbed the little gallon of water, the gallon of something in my refrigerator at the time, and it's all across your palm, all on your fingertips, everything. And it's like that for some time. Eating is very uncomfortable. It's like that for some time. Make you not even want to eat. It hurts so bad. It lasts too. It's not, like I said, it's not like it just that day, just that one time. No, it lasts for about a week. It gets a little bit more easier because you figure out what you can and can't eat and the temperatures and all the stuff right here. but it's very uncomfortable. A lot of people stop eating. A lot of people, they don't stop drinking, but they change it up because of the uncomfortableness. Then to digest those big horse pills, so I tell you, and you can't just put them in your food and just forget about it. No, you got to make sure you take them, and you got to stay with it. Whether you throw up or whether you digest it and can hold it down, you got to stay with it. Because if not, you'll be back at square one. You don't want this stuff to keep going carrying on and stuff like that. You really don't. You know, thank God they didn't have to do the other things they could have did, like it. Well, they couldn't do it on me because of what they told me it was radiation. Whew, I didn't have to go through that. But I saw some people that had to go through that too. Nothing like getting cooked, literally cooking you. It's man, I can't make this stuff up, man. So let's get back. That became my new norm. Couldn't work, couldn't do anything but rest. I was up for a little while, then I'm down, then I'm up, then I'm down. This is routine. By the time I start to feel okay or feel good about something, it was time to go in and go get the IV treatment. Take the IV treatment, you right back down. Right back down. When I say down, I'm talking about you can't walk up steps. You can't. Nothing is the same. Your body has to build back up, and once your body builds back up, you're able to have a little bit of energy. You're able to move around a little bit and feel a little bit better about yourself before it's time to go do it again. But as the times I kept doing it again, by like month 3, month 4, I found myself being a little bit stronger, but it still hit me like when I go in for the treatment. But at home, I was getting better. I was learning how to maneuver around eating and maneuver around drinking, like drinking room temperature stuff, a little bit warmer, but room temperature. You can't drink cold stuff. Not right after you had the IV treatment. Oh no. So touching stuff, yeah, I had to have gloves. You know, well, I grabbed it real quick, put it down. Whew. You know, you gotta also exercise. You ain't got to get in there be doing no crunches, no sit-ups, no shit. Hell, I couldn't do them anyway because my body, my organs are still shifting around. This is 2026 right now. Everything still ain't the same. I'm going to be honest. It's not. However, let's go back. Go through those different treatments and everything. They tell you, okay, you good. Then comes the screenings. You got to go get the CT scan for them to see has anything, another mass or anything start growing in you. My CT scan, I come to find out I'm allergic to shellfish because they put this iodine in your body so that it illuminates the inside of your body when they run the scan. I get in there to go do the CT scan. And then after I do the CT scan, less than 24 hours later, my whole trunk area upward from my neck all the way down to my hips, rashy, turned into a red rash, sensitive to touch. I had a serious allergic reaction to it. Face all swole, all kind of different things like that happening, along with the side effects from chemo. They still kicking in too. So I got all these different things going on. So then they try to dope me up with I ain't gonna say dope me up, all the allergic reaction stuff like Benadryls and different variations of anti, and it still didn't work. So we had to find an alternative for my CT scans. I still get them, still get CT scans. You still have to get them on the regular. I got to get them on the regular I got 3.5 more years. It's a 5-year ordeal. It's a 5-year relationship with you, your surgeon, your oncologist, and your primary physician. Y'all become friends whether you like it or not. Because throughout the process, I'm still having different things happen. I still got to call them like, what's the deal with this right here? And they got to walk me through it, talk me through it, because I'm already thinking it's the end. And I should be thinking like that. So let's get back to the point. I'll go through those different things. I go through chemo. I'm doing my scans. And scans start to get a little bit more spaced out. First, it was every 3 months. Oh, the other thing, every 3 months, somebody got to come to the house and do blood work to make sure my levels are still the same. My levels start to fluctuate like this right here. Something going on. Something that came back, something going on in there. So you got to go get blood work done. And then you got to come in and get your routine scans. So I got that going on for the next so many years. And then still can't say you cured. As far as they can go is 5 years. And then they got to do this right here. Go on and fly. If anything else happened after them 5 years, they start back over. I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm about almost 50 minutes talking to y'all. I'm going to say this for the last time. I'm not going to keep telling y'all. I can't force this anymore on y'all. Go get screened. Go get screened. Whatever you might be feeling right now, go get screened. Due to the fact that I found that we caught it, I had to take care of, I'm able to tell my kids, hey, y'all will be all right. They just got to go get screened earlier. They got to go in 10 years earlier than I found out. So when I found out at 45, they got to go in at 35 and go get tested and screened to make sure they okay. Because their probability of catching anything could be. Had I got screened years ago, knowing that my dad had some, knowing that my uncle had some, knowing that all my uncles died of something like that, knowing that my granddaddy died of something, a different forms of cancer, maybe I wouldn't be doing this video. Maybe I'd be all right. But due to the fact that lack of knowledge, lack of communication, lack of, here I am doing this video. Trying to encourage y'all, man. Go out here and do what it takes. Do what you gotta do. It ain't for you all the time. It ain't for you all the time. Man, your family love you. If you got family, they love you, whether they show it or not. And they need you. Men, women, children, great-grandparents, grandparents, whatever. I don't know who I'm talking to, who this message is for. I'm trying to let you know they need you. Don't be scared. If you're scared, go with somebody. You got a partner? Tell your partner, yeah, I gotta go down here and do this. If your partner don't want to go down there with you, go do it. They ain't your partner. Women, same thing. Get your girl to go down there with you. If you can't get none of your family members to go, you don't always got to have big mama. You got to have your mama all the time. You got to have your daddy all the time. Sometimes you just need somebody who you can just lean towards, lean on. Go down there and get tested. Go down there and get checked out. Make sure everything all right. Tell him, don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait to see signs. Oh, I had to put down you back and now my stomach was hurting. Look, when you sneeze and cough all the time, out the year, everything ain't allergies and you take it, it's not. Your stomach hurting, you constipate. Sometimes it ain't constipation. Sometimes it ain't. Quit self-diagnosing yourself. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Your body will tell you. Well, it won't. If you're going to do routines, you ain't got to worry about your body telling you stay on that schedule. But if your body telling you something, better go. You better go. Before you have to go. On that note, I'm going to go. Good talking to y'all. Y'all take it easy. All right.